And welcome back to the C Morning Show. Indonesia's Independence Day celebrations would not be complete without the iconic flag hoisting and lowering ceremonies at the presidential palace. So every year, Paskibraka, or the flag hoisting troops, steal the spotlight and become the centerpiece of the event.
Exactly. And to give us an inside look at what it is like to be part of this prestigious group, we're joined by two former Paskibraka members, Raja Panjiyoga representing West Java in 2023 and Savina Fasha representing Jakarta in 2022. Good morning, Raja and Savina. Good to have you here in our studio. So tell us, what was the experiences like?
Well, should I explain my experience?
Sure, of course.
I was in the flag lowering group in the year 2023.
Yes.
I was chosen as the person who lowered the flag. Actually, fun fact: lowering the flag is harder than hoisting the flag.
Yeah.
Because you need to take account of the wind blowing the flag where the direction is, and my year, the flag was blowing at my side, so I had to take the flag and just give it to my friend on the other side so that he can,
fold it properly.
Fold it properly.
Yeah. So that's very interesting to know.
Yes.
Because when you think about flag hoisting, you just stick it up and it'll go up. But then the process of actually putting back down, you have to consider wind. That's one factor. And another thing that I was worried about is, what if it rains?
Well, actually, if it rains, we should just do what we're told, what we're trained to do. So there's not really much of a difference whether it's raining or it's hot outside. But so it's just based on what we are trained from 1 month before, probably months before that in our own provinces.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Really?
There's been times in which I was considering doing it.
Really?
However, I think at the time I was still abroad.
Okay.
So the only time and place in which I would do it would be in the embassy.
Yeah, which you didn't.
No.
You didn't. I actually did it.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the 50th.
What year was it?
It was the 50th Independence Day celebration, 50th.
Oh.
And
what
you
year
know
was
what?
that?
It was in the 90s. All right, so let me ask Savina, because in my experience, it was nothing like what I had expected, because I had kind of done it amateurishly.
Yeah.
Well, not really amateurishly, but I had done it at a school level, kind of growing up. But then, because it was at the embassy, we actually had special trainers, and it was pretty militaristic.
Yeah.
I thought, and I was surprised. How was your experience?
My experience was a little interesting because it was not as hard as I thought it would be.
Oh my God. I just said it was harder than I thought it was going to be. Then Sophia just broke that right away. So, I'm sorry, please continue.
She's a professional, we're not.
At first, when we were training, I always felt this nervous, like I would really sweat profusely, but when it was time for the performance on Independence Day, it was like autopilot. So I just walked, and it didn't seem like a pressure for me.
Well, you've been training for a month, was it, at the time?
I was kind of pressured by the eyes, people that watched me, but on that day, I guess it all just disappeared.
Or you just became one with the...
Yeah. I mean, you trust yourself, especially if you've been doing this over and over again. There's a point in time in which you just do it automatically, I suppose. I mean, I don't have that experience like you guys here. But
Damn. Don't look at me.
Okay, I'm gonna just, like you guys here. However, the sort of procession is incremental to the process of Independence Day ceremony, right? We've done this for now 79 years.
Yeah.
So what was something that you took away from this event that was so inspirational, and what's something that you're proud of for participating in such important events?
Well, let me answer your question. What took me away the most was probably the ability to prove myself that I could do this. I mean, since my trainers from the military and my caretakers from DPPI, they always believed in me, whether or not I could. Well, myself at first I didn't really believe in myself, right? But then like after months and months of like training, suddenly it's just, you know, kind of makes me feel, oh, well, I can prove this myself. You know, I get a pride in just doing what I can do the best for the country.
Of course. And what about you?
I guess Raja took the words from me.
Did you always wanted to do this? I mean, it's like, well, how old were you when you did the main event? That was 2022, right?
I was 15.
You were 15.
Yeah, I was 15.
I know.
Yeah,
Took your breath away, didn't it? I mean, at 15, such composure, such poise. That must have taken.
That's a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
That's a lot of pressure. I know how that felt, you know, in a school setting, right? Because nobody really wanted to happen, but then usually the flag would be upside down or something. You know, that's like school level, right?
For sure.
Yeah, but did you do that growing up in like the school ceremonies, the flag hoisting ceremonies, and there you just kind of went and did, I guess that's the major league. That's the NBA finals of flag hoisting. Yeah.
So not really. Initially, I was the students and the back of the row. I was the one that would always run away. It was so hot. I can't stand this. But when
so hot, I'm gonna faint.
Yes, right? So hot. I can't. But then when I was forced to, like, you have to join this. You can. You have potential. And I was like, why should I? I was like, I was initially forced, but when I already did it, I started to like it. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I see myself doing things that I would never want to do, and I found lots of stuff that I could learn from it, that I could use and apply in my daily life too.
Oh, wow. And you were doing this in the COVID era, right?
Yeah.
2022. Tell us, how did it feel like having to do the hoisting ceremony, but in a very different circumstance, unlike, you know, the traditional, where you had a lot of people come in, there's a lot of events happening. What was it like for you?
So it was kind of weird because we were always forced. They were very strict on mask using. So suddenly we're not using our mask during the ceremony, and we were all very shocked. Like, how are we supposed to do this? We're already so used to using our mask because we always breathe like through our mouth because it's really hard. But then it was a struggle for us because you're not using your mask on Independence Day, and then we're all like, really?
So you have to control what you're
our breathing and everything, because we're really expressive, and we're like, under the mask we don't smile.
You don't see anything.
Yeah,
right?
we don't see anything, so we just like, and then we can't do that anymore, so we just have to like control everything. It was kind of hard there.
Wow.
And you know everybody's watching, right? Because people were not going out.
No, this is something that the whole Indonesia is watching, and people abroad.
And especially in the digital era, you can record things. Like if things go bad, right?
Well, hopefully today nothing goes bad.
You know,
the pressure is intensified, essentially.
I know.
Gosh. So tell us, what was the selection process like to be in such a major league, as you said?
Well, every year there's always a selection process in the regional stage, and then the provinces, and then after that, in our year, Savina and my year, we didn't have any selection in the national stage. So in the regional stage, everything is tested. Our basic knowledge about the country, our psychology, and then our basic knowledge about, you know, the world. And then after that, we get tested by our health. You know, if there were anything wrong in our health, we wouldn't be able to go to the next stage, which is the physical test. We were, the series of tests in the physical test was very challenging. 12 minutes, the person who can go the farthest in 12 minutes in a 400-meter
running.
Running track. Running track, 400-meter running track, would get the first rank. And then after that, after we run, we do push-ups, like right away. No breaks, no, we just go, do push-ups. Then sit-ups. Some of the regions had pull-ups, and then we also had backups, you know, where we lie on our, and then we just lift our heads and legs.
Wow. Did the girls have to do the same training too?
Same.
Yeah.
Wow.
More or less.
Who's more competitive, girls or guys?
Honestly, I didn't really speak to the girls in my region because after we were chosen, we go straight to the provinces, the first and second ranked in the whole entire region, and then this same tests were held in the provinces. And then after that, thankfully, alhamdulillah, I was chosen as the person who would represent West Java to go to the nationals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Savina, you were the ceremony inspector during the flag hoisting troops inauguration. How was that like?
And getting the pin from Joko Widodo as well.
It was honestly, until this day, I still can't believe it. It was mind-blowing because I never thought that they would put the pin. So every time we trained, it was always, I was gave the pin, so I put it by myself.
Yeah.
But then when it happened on the day, it was announced that he would put the pin on me. And I was just standing there next to the flag and I was like, oh, really? The number 1 person in Indonesia is going to put the pin on me. And I was really stunned, and I'm still very thankful, bersyukur banget.
Oh, wow. How would you react, Yasha? I mean, your face is, I think it explains a lot in terms of the shock that you would have to go through.
I'm feeling that shock as well.
Of course, I mean, it's something to be proud for. That's one thing. And, you know, not a lot of people get this opportunity, as you said, the rigorous training, the process of the selection. Not a lot of us can pass through that level.
No, not at all.
Wow.
How has that changed your life?
Probably, it changed our life for the better, that's for sure. In our private life and our professional life, we became more disciplined in our actions, and then we became more on time, you know, we became more diligent, if I could say, and then, because for months we were trained physically and mentally.
How many months?
Well, it kind of depends on the region. In West Java, in my region, we trained since, I don't know, February, so 4 months. 4 months. But like in the regions, it's only every once every week.
Okay.
Then when I came into the national quarantine, it was every single day. So after that, after the...
How long was the national quarantine?
1 month.
1 month. So you did you skipped school for a month.
Yeah, yes, actually. But we still learn.
Yeah, I know.
Of course. And speaking of learning, you just met the team that is from Jakarta who will be going to IKN to represent the flag hoisting ceremony. How was it like for them so far from what you have asked or you have talked about? What was the experience like? Because this is a whole different league, a whole different place for this whole ceremony to take place. So can you share us a little bit about what they feel at the moment?
So I talked to my junior Sabrina from Jakarta. She was really excited. So before, she was forced to, like me, from the school, but she was like, Kak, takut banget. That's all she said to me because she felt like this is not what I imagined. But she said, but I can do it. I can do this. And she was really sad because she was the first. They were the first to go to IKN.
Of course.
And she wasn't ready for that. But I think she is because I talked to her like the first week.
Wow, okay. All right.
The whole thing, even the kids who are doing it this time, it's very admirable. Again, you guys are representing youth of Indonesia.
Yes.
This is something to be very proudful about, and I'm so happy to have this chat with you guys.
Yeah, we're proud to have you.
Of course, of course. And as a, can I say that I'm a youth?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thanks. From one youth to another, thank you so much for upholding this Indonesian ceremony and having you guys share this insightful thoughts and the stuff that you went through really is very admirable again. So, yeah.
And from a youthful person on the inside, I feel the same way.
Of course. You guys should be proud, very much proud.
So, I forgot your name. Yeah, no, I was kidding. Jasmine, we need to take a break.
I know,
we need to take a breather because this is I don't know why this is emotional for me because
it is very emotional.
Proud. Yeah, it's really great. It's great to have you both here. But let's take another short break. After the break, we still have our Independence Day festivity.
Nanti kita main